All right. We're on?
We should be good.
Are we live? We're on the air. Welcome again to everybody's favorite talk radio internet show. 3 to 5 things we did not have time to talk about today. And I would like to thank our official sponsor of the show, Corey's Clothiers, at 569 Danforth Avenue. Do you wake up in the morning looking like this? When you would like to look like this? You should head on down to Corey's Clothiers, where they make you less ugly. That's their new slogan. We make you less ugly. You know, I got to be honest with you. I got to get new pictures. I keep using this same one, but it's like, really, no one wants to wake up in the morning looking like that. Not even this guy wants to wake up in the morning looking like that. Everybody wants to wake up looking like Tom Hardy. Like, look, he's too good looking. Like, how is his hair parted without even having a part in it? How do they do that? I don't know. Ridiculous. But doesn't he look dumb in there? Like, I'm not saying he's not handsome. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't look like he's thinking about math at all. Like, he looks like he's probably thinking about breasts or ice cream. I don't know. One of those two. But in all honesty, a lot of us think about breasts or ice cream a lot of the time. It's not necessarily a bad thing. First things first. Cotton swabs are going to save the world. Show the picture of the cotton swabs. How is that possible? I'll tell you why. Because did you know that every single day, 34 dumb kids wind up in the hospital with Q-tip/cotton swab related accidents? 34 every day end up in the emergency room. What I'm scared about, bless you, Jalissa, in the background who sneezed over there. There's always time for manners, people. What I'm scared about is that somehow someone will decide that we need to ban cotton swabs. I love cotton swabs. I call them ear dildos. Nothing makes me happier when I get into the shower than just getting in there and drying out. Now, they say straight up on the packaging, don't put it in your ears. You know why they say that? Because dumb people keep stabbing their brains with them. That's why. I'm worried that they're going to ban cotton swabs. And the reason I'm worried about it is because we keep making it easier for dumb people to survive. There's a reason the world is dangerous, to keep the dumb from having lots of children. And we are going out of our way to make it possible for dumb, should-be genetic dead-end people to keep producing and passing on their idiotic seed from one generation to the other. It's a great movie about it. It's pretty much a documentary if you watch the States right now. It's called Idiocracy. It is the greatest movie Mike Judge ever made, ever he will do, ever, 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 ever. Absolutely fantastic. The premise of the movie is that the United States freezes their most average soldier and a prostitute. They wake up 500 years in the future, and they are the smartest people on the planet. You think that I'm exaggerating a little bit. Well, listen. We are creating a world where people who could potentially die from Q-tip related accidents are allowed to live. I am sorry, but thousands of years ago, our ancestors had to fight off giant cave bears and saber-toothed cats to live. Do you think that they would think it's okay that we're letting people who can't even fight off a Q-tip go on to reproduce? They'd be disgusted. They would be disgusted. The gene pool is getting so shallow.
My ancestor had a real scary run-in with a Q-tip, but fortunately they were made illegal.
I'm serious. We're letting dumb people continue to breed, and it's bad. It's really bad. And it's lawyers that are sitting around waiting for lawsuits to happen that are making sure these products get banned, and they put warning labels all over everything. Lawyers are making it possible. I'm really on a rant here, but I've made my point, right? We're all in agreement here? The point I'm making is if you can't survive a Q-tip related attack, you should not be allowed to have children. There. I've said what I needed to say. Let's move on. This is a squirrel. Squirrels. They're everywhere. There's big squirrels here. There's smaller squirrels out in the prairies. They're all over the place. I was reading about this one man down in the United States. He's a veritable Robin Hood. Look at Errol Flynn there looking more handsome than Tom Hardy. He was walking down the street. There's this squirrel that he says keeps making an eye on him. Keeps giving him a look. He says the same squirrel tried to like attack the gutters on his house, has caused damage, has harassed his dogs, and harassed his children. So what does he do? He does what any sensible human does. He gets his bow and arrow, and he shoots the squirrel. He shoots the squirrel with a bow and arrow. That is amazing. That is fantastic. That is a guy I want in my neighborhood protecting my house. You know? Like, oh, don't go in there, Robin Hood Street. He'll take you down. That guy shot a squirrel with a bow and arrow. A squirrel with a bow and arrow? No one's going to steal the coffee money out of his car. Why are you giving me that look? It's great.
Because you think that's okay for him to reproduce?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I think it's okay for Robin Hood Squirrel Hunter to reproduce. Because he is passing on some next-level archery genetics. I couldn't hit a squirrel with a bow and arrow. That is like, you know who could? Batman is the kind of guy who can hit a squirrel with a bow and arrow. That is fantastic. I don't care. It doesn't matter whether I think that the squirrel was legitimately harassing him. It matters is that he has superhuman archery abilities and he's willing to take a stand against evil and oppression. And those are the kind of people. Of course, we punish him. He's fined. He's been banned from owning a bow and arrow in his house. That's the world that we live in today. Fortunately, though, there are Elon Musks in the world. Elon Musk unveiling his Solar City solar panel roofing tiles today. That's right. Solar City, by the way. Elon Musk has this. He's all about creating renewable energy and all that stuff. He's built massive solar power generation plants for his car factories, for the Tesla cars, the factories that make the stuff for SpaceX. Solar panel, solar panel, solar panel, solar panel, all about renewable energy. And the thing is he wants to get these solar panels working really well so that they can use them when he's colonizing the old red planet, Mars. This is all part of his plan. Tesla Automotives, the profits from there run back into SpaceX. Solar City runs back into SpaceX. I dropped my pen. Hold on a second. And now he's got his solar panel roof tiles. And I did a lot of reading about these. Now, the average tiles for your roof. Okay, when you buy like the asphalt-based tiles, I know I used to do roofing when I started in radio. I'm really good at stripping roofs. I'm money with it. Bang. Anyways, they usually last for about 25 years. Like, good tiles last for like 25 years. That's what they say. A lot of times you end up changing in around 15 years. As water starts running down, little bits of rock start going into your gutters, all that. They're not very good for the environment. They're bad. So the tiles that Solar City has created they're made of glass. Glass. Now, you know how on the front of your cell phone screen, like you've got that type of like glass covering there as well? Well, this is like a souped up, super hard version of that. It's actually a lot lighter. What are you doing? What's wrong here? What's going on? Are we good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Stop moving around. I get confused. So they're a lot more durable than the glass and the screen covering that you have on your cell phone. They're a lot lighter than normal roofs, and it's projected to pay for itself within 5 to 6 years because you won't need to pay power at all anymore. Now, how much does it cost? Yes, the average roof is going to cost about $50,000. But think about that if you're living in the GTA. If you invest $50,000 into your home, your house value goes up by like $100,000. So it's worth it in the long run. It's way better for the environment. It's the last roof that you're ever going to need. You're never going to need to pay a power bill ever again. And if you get another fantastic Tesla invention, those massive power packs, they can put batteries into your house that can store power. So let's just say the power goes out. Oh, well, you wouldn't even need to do that because you'd have these batteries in your house and you'd have your solar panels. Remember the big ice storm when nobody had energy? Doesn't affect you at all. It's absolutely amazing. I am kind of interested in, because this wasn't covered in the release that they did, whether or not the snow would affect it. Like if the roof is covered in snow, how much would that affect the amount of power that you're actually getting? We don't know. What we do know is that in another few years, those same solar panels that people are going to be putting on their roofs are going to be going to Mars when Elon Musk builds the whole Tesla colony on Mars, which is something he wants to do. And I actually had a really good conversation on my podcast with this guy. This guy is Professor Michael Reed. He is the head of the Dunlap Institute of the U of T. He's an astrophysicist and an astronomer, very intelligent dude. And we break down why he, as a professor, thinks that Elon Musk, without a doubt, will be the first person to get to to Mars, and he makes some unbelievably profound scientific statements about Elon Musk's business model, because that's what it comes down to. Elon Musk is not afraid to make mistakes, and he's not afraid to invest as much money as possible to make things happen, and that's why he'll get to Mars first. It's Issue Zero is the podcast. Take a good look. Issue Zero? Issue Zero pod. We're good? We're moving on? Okay, good. Okay, this guy here. This guy, we look closely at the top picture, because I had to get screen caps of the actual website in order to make this work. This guy was in prison in Honduras, and he had a plan to escape from prison by dressing as a woman to get out of prison. Now, I am laughing. I was very hesitant to even talk about this because I found it very funny, because I found this picture particularly amusing. But I just want to be clear that I am not poking fun at the transgender community at all. I think they've got a very rough road. But what I am saying is, did this guy look in a mirror? Like, what I'm curious about is who did he look at and was like, how's this look? Does it look good? The guy went, no, it's great. You look great. It's so good. Because we've all got buddies that are willing to like throw us under the bus for things like that. Just take a look. Like, take a look at what you're working with, okay? And then just understand you're not going to be able to pull this off, because he's not doing this because he feels that's who he is on the inside, all right? I just want to make that clear. He's doing this specifically as a means of getting out of jail. I know I'm not a very attractive man, and I would make a horribly unattractive woman. You know, there's that face app that everyone's got right now. This is me if I was young. This is me if I was old. This is me if I was the other gender. Blah, 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 blah. I look disgusting as a woman. And so I know if I was ever in jail, that's not how I would try to do it. Like, there are some people that are incredibly talented makeup artists. I watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and the things... Oh, wait, that's not RuPaul's Drag Race at all. That's the guy again. I've seen RuPaul's Drag Race, and some of the makeup jobs that I see on that show are absolutely fantastic. Like, those are some good-looking women, all right? There we go. I said it. But that guy did not put the same amount of effort into his look, and that's why he did not get out of prison. That's how you get out of jail. You dig a tunnel. You know why there's so many prison escapes involving tunnels? Because they work. There you go. Take the time, do it right, dig a tunnel. Don't convince yourself that you're better looking than you are. We all have genetic dollars. I am aware that I am a pretty good swimmer. My genetic dollars make me a good swimmer. I'm also aware that those same genetic dollars do not at all make me a good professional athlete at, say, basketball. I am not a good basketball player. I am not a good baseball player. I am not a good any other sport player. I am just a good swimmer. Therefore,